Hey, great to have you. Great you found this. My name is Pastor Fred. I am a pastor in Malvern, PA. Again, hence the Philly thing. We're right outside of Philly. And we just get into the Bible. It's real simple. We want to see what it means. And we're going through this book that a guy named Paul wrote to some people in a place called Colossae. And the book is called Colossians. And we're in chapter 3 of that book. And today Paul is going to ask us, what about your obituary? How would that read? How would it read? You can find obituaries online. Google any funeral home, and there will be you can spend your day looking at them. I hate the word obituary. It's kind of sad to, at least on the surface, to boil your life down to a paragraph or two, maybe three, or even just to a book. I'm in my 50s, and that's a lot of minutes. That's a lot of moments. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of time. There's a lot that I thought about throughout my life, good, bad, indifferent, and to say that it boils down to this, but in some ways it does. Got it? It won't tell my whole story, but my faith tells you what you need to know. Chapter 3, verse 3, Paul says this. He says, "For you have died," right? Yesterday, the encouragement, set your mind on things above, not on things of the earth. Why? Because you died. You died. Your life is hidden with Christ in God. You died and your life is hidden with Christ in God. Jesus is our life. It's our life. Not everybody can see it, but it's there. He's there in our hearts, in our lives. He uses that language that you have died, and he's not being morbid or anything. What he's saying is that that reality is so incredible. You've already died with Christ. And that's how he wants us to see sinful things, selfish things, self-serving things, that we've died to them. They no longer have a place in our lives. And imagine if we thought that way. And imagine if your life story was just all about Christ. Now, every once in a while in the obituary, and this is to my family, man, please, okay, you might put something in there that loved his family, right? I do love you guys more than anything. Right? Loved music, guitars, and all those things. But it's my faith in Christ that matters. It's why I love my family. It's why I love anything that's of any value. Even something like music, I think it's a great gift from God. But again, my priorities and my values come from God. He's my life. He is my life story. Everything that I have that's worth holding, that's worth keeping, that's worth fighting for or dying for is from Him. My wife, my kids, my folks, right? My brother and sisters, right? All my friends, all the people that are just near and dear to me are a gift from God. That's why I care about them. That's why they matter to me. That's why I want them to know about Jesus, and I want that to be my story. See, and what happens is that no longer is something that is for the end of my life and for people to stare at on a tombstone or in an online article from a funeral home. But it becomes how I live every day. I live every day. It's a hilarious joke. I think a funeral director told me it. It said, live your life so that your pastor doesn't have to lie at your funeral service. Whoa, that one gets me every time. I should probably have that written somewhere because I don't want someone to have to say nice things about me. I just want them to tell about God and what He has done, that whoever preaches my funeral is going to go, man, there's so much there. And it's not about Fred, right? It's not about his greatness. It's just time after time what God did, time after time how God was there, and time after time the peace and the love and the joy that God gave to him. Even when everything fell apart at this point and that point where God was there. That's what I want to see when all is said and done. So with Christ, we've already died to these other things. We've been raised already because of Jesus. So God's writing your story, man. He's writing mine. And I can't wait to hear your story. Tell me about God's goodness every day. All right? Have a great day. Have a great rest of your day. Hit that subscribe button. Share this with somebody, and we'll talk to you tomorrow as we kind of get closer to the end of this part of chapter 3 of Colossians. We'll see you then.